Sometimes in Excel, when you're trying to do some of the clever concatenation or manipulating of strings, your number formatting goes straight out the window. I can demonstrate this as an example over here. If we wanted to put something like equals person's first name, ampersand, earns, don't forget the speech marks because I want that to be literal, ampersand, their salary field, which is there, and return, I get the result, which is what I've asked for. Wendy earns 24,500. But what we lose is the formatting. There are no decimal places, there's no comma at the 1,000 mark. Same would happen if I tried to combine the date field. Equals person's first name, ampersand, was born on, and their date of birth, and return. You see that this looks even worse because it loses all the date formatting altogether and gives me the Excel numeric value for August the 2nd, 1966, which is 24,321. So neither of those look right. Now, if you want to actually format a number within a text string, so in our case within this concatenated string, then there is the option, the ability, the function called text. Equals text, open brackets, and you see it takes two parameters, which is the cell or value you're trying to format, comma, the commands for formatting the text. Now those commands must be in speech marks, and the commands are pretty much the same that you get when you go to the custom formatting. So for my number here to be formatted correctly, I would need to enter a 0, a comma for the 1,000, 000, 0.00. So that's my formatting command, and when I press return, you see that it actually works. We now have Wendy earns 24,500 with a comma at the 1,000 and 0.00. If I then replicate that down, you see that then that works for everyone. Now with the date of birth, I can do the same thing. So I want to use the little clever text function. Let's move things over a little. text, open brackets. N2 is what I want to format, comma, and then the formatting must be in speech marks again. So I go back into my speech marks, and if I want it to show as a proper date, I would do month, so mm/dd/YYYY. When I press return, I get Wendy was born on month, day, year, because of the formatting here, month, day, year. And I can again replicate that down the column, and we see that that works for everybody. Now, how do we know what we can put in here on the formatting? The function makes sense. Text, open brackets, the cell or value you want to format, comma, the formatting instructions. Well, those formatting instructions can be accessed. Let's just pick on a blank cell. From here, where it says number, click the little pop out, go into custom, and you'll see all the options listed here. Now, they're not all totally logical, and the best thing to do is actually to go format a cell how you want it to look. So if I put a number in here, 897, and I want that to have decimal places and a comma at the 1,000, then I simply format it, then go to the little pop out, go to custom, and this is the code. Now that's quite messy, because that's allowing for negatives. But having said that, we could use all of that code inside the format text. Personally, I would go just for that bit there, 0.00. That would get me the decimal places, and if I want the comma, then we'd do what I did here, which is 0,000.00. The date ones, very similar. Let's put a date in here, 8/4/1972. Go to the little pop down, look in custom, and we see the date there is much easier to understand than that messy long formatting for the number, which is MDYYYY. So month, day, year. Now you'll notice when I did it, I put a double M, double D, YYYY. The reason I did that is so that I get 0802. But if you don't want that, drop these down to a single M and a single D, and you'll get 82 rather than 0802. So there's plenty of options in here. The best thing though is to format a cell as you would see fit, then go to pop out, then go to custom and see what's displayed here in the type. Once you've done that a few times, you can then start experimenting. So I could say Wendy was born on, change all of those formatting letters there to 4Ds, which actually tells me what day of the week Wendy was born on. So although I'm picking up the actual date of birth cell, by using the text function to format the result, I can see really what I want to see. I can make numbers look how I want them to look. So really it's quite a little clever function, this text function, useful for combining number content within a text string. I've also used it on its own in a cell to format the cell ready for then copying and pasting into other applications, because then it's formatted to look right so that when it gets pasted in, it looks right still.